Well, folks, we're back on an hour with Bob. Well, like I said, I'm with Kevin Driscoll of Framingham, Massachusetts, and he brought a dummy with him. And his dummy's name is Jerry.
That's right.
How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Good, good. Now, what's the get up here? What do you got here?
I'm Paul Revere.
You're Paul Revere?
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm Paul Revere.
No, he's not. He's dead.
No, well, I portray Paul Revere. So
Well, he's got a point, you know.
He's dead. He's dead, I tell you. He's dead.
Calm down.
Okay. All right. Okay, all right. Go ahead. What are you saying, though?
So, it's tough talking to a dummy. Kevin Driscoll. Kevin Driscoll Productions, is that what you go by?
DriscollProductions.com. Driscoll.
Driscoll, not the Kevin.
Like the strawberries, only no relation.
Driscoll?
And no money. Just DriscollProductions.com.
By the way, you know what? I noticed that, Driscoll. I buy those strawberries all the time. You don't have a piece of that?
No relation.
Oh, that's
no
out
money,
of California, too, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, you've been doing this for a while.
I have. I was on your show 10 years ago.
It's been that long.
It's been 10 years ago. That was my first
Wow.
time. And then I came on sometime after that, and this is my third time on the show, Bob, and thank
Wow.
you. It's an honor to be here.
Well, I thank you. I appreciate that. But my whole point, by the way, I tell people every once in a while, I remind them that the reason I started this show 32 years ago, by the way, my anniversary is May 29th. I will have completed 32 years. I'm going into my 33rd year. And the reason I started the show was to promote talent in Rhode Island, in all of New England. It's come to that point. Oh. And, bands and puppeteers and dancers and singers, all kinds of stuff. Anything that shows talent in New England, that's what I promote.
Well, we appreciate the opportunity to be here again for the third time.
Yeah, I like it a lot. He's really good. I like this a lot. 10 years ago, yeah?
Okay.
I'm jealous of his hair.
Yeah, I got lots of hair.
You do? You got a crop of hair. You got a crop of hair.
Yeah.
Now the Paul Revere thing is why?
Well, because there's, as you know, in Massachusetts, in April, there's Patriots' Day.
Right.
And so
it's always on a Monday, right?
As far as I know.
Yeah.
This year it's April 15th. So we also perform at schools, churches, and libraries, and for senior centers. So from daycare centers to senior centers, some schools want to add some more history,
right.
And we're in full compliance with the grades 3 and grades 5 for the state curriculum. So Paul Revere is mentioned in curriculum everywhere. And when I was in Nebraska as a young boy growing up, I was very enamored with Paul Revere.
Right.
And I was very fortunate that I was able to buy a puffy shirt and dress him up like a
Like a what?
like a dummy.
No, not a dummy. You're the dummy. I don't know. So what's the deal?
So anyway, so the point is, we perform our Paul Revere show,
right.
And it's in compliance with the educational curriculum for states, so they can write it off and as an educational piece. But it's also fun because I get the kids to come up or the adults to come up and volunteer to be a human dummy, and I give them all the information about Paul Revere. So it's just another aspect. What prompted it was I was working different places, different venues, and they wanted a show every single month. So I had to come up with 12 shows because they wanted me back every month.
And of course you have to change it up,
You got
right?
to change. You got to have a different routine. So I did that. Last month I dressed him up as a leprechaun.
Yeah, a leprechaun. Yeah. Laughing at your own jokes.
Yeah. Okay. So I dressed him up as a leprechaun for obviously St. Patrick's Day, and next month.
Well, wait a minute. Did you have any trouble with that? With people getting a little inebriated around the dummy?
No.
So you didn't have a couple dummies come up to you?
We actually went to the South Boston Parade. And,
oh, nice!
And it was awesome. It was fun.
I'll
Some
bet.
people were drinking, but everybody seemed fine. We just had a great time.
Speaking of Irish, do you know there were only a little over 5 million Irish people in Ireland, Yet there are 32 million people in the United States that claim to be Irish. Isn't that strange? It's
It
the,
is.
it's
I
the
didn't
only
know that,
major
you know.
country. It's only, I guess, yeah, I guess we would call it major country. That's what I call it. That there more people leave the country than immigrate into the country.
It's kind of like Nebraska, where
Yeah.
I was born in a very small town.
Right.
The population of my hometown was 236 people.
Tiny town, tiny town.
Wow.
It was a tiny town, but you know, we even had a zoo.
Had?
Yeah, we had to close the zoo.
You had to close the zoo.
Why?
The chicken died?
The chicken.
I like this a lot. Yeah.
But so it was a small town, but I was very fortunate.
How'd you end up here?
I went to the Berklee College of Music. That was
up in Boston.
In Boston.
Sure.
And I went there when I was 16 for a special summer course. It was called an evaluation, 7-week evaluation period.
Well, that'd be something coming from Nebraska.
Oh, it was
Cornhusker State.
It was,
Come to the big city.
there
My
were more
God.
people in the dorm than my entire town.
Yeah. Yes.
But
Exactly.
it was awesome. I got to study with Alan Dawson, who was Dave Brubeck's drummer after Joe Morello passed, and the excitement and I just loved the city of Boston. Plus, I loved the history of Boston.
Right.
You know, and it was
Yeah, it
always so
has
much
a
fun.
hell of a lot more history than Nebraska does,
Yeah,
right?
a lot more.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. Okay, yeah, okay. Quiet.
Okay, but I was very fortunate. So I went to the Berklee College of Music when I was 16. I had this evaluation course.
Right.
And then it required an audition to get into Berklee. So I just sent a letter, before email back then.
Yeah, exactly. A real letter.
A letter that
Handwritten?
and asked for a reference from my teacher, Alan Dawson. And he didn't reply back, but then I got my acceptance letter. So I didn't even have to audition.
Wow.
He just let me in.
So you went to?
And then I went to Berklee, so
Right.
I graduated, and
And you what?
I graduated.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I had a 4.0.
What?
Yeah, I was.
4.0.
Yeah, I did really. What? No, I guess you went to Dummy, huh? Oh, okay, all right, okay.
Anyway, so I went to Berklee, got my
You majored in
music
music?
and education, and then I went to the University of Massachusetts and got my master's, and from there at one point I got into high tech, and that was amazing. During the 80s, if you could walk and chew gum, you know, you got promoted back in the 80s.
Well, yeah.
So I did that. I was at a company called Digital Equipment Corporation. They didn't, well, it doesn't exist anymore today. And then, long story short, I kept doing other things in high tech, and I was the general manager for an internet company, which it was really more of a title, but I really just a sales guy.
Right,
And
right.
bottom line, if there was any problems, people would call me. And because it was an international company, it's okay to call me at noon, right? But if you're in Singapore, it's midnight. And
Sure,
it's okay to call me at 9 o'clock in the morning, but
Yep.
if you're in London, it's 4 a.m. my time. So I was, anyway, long story short, I thought I was having a heart attack. I went to the doctor, and he took me through all these tests and everything, and then he said, "Now, Kevin, I know you like high tech and everything, but if you keep doing this, you're not
gonna
going to be
kill you."
around. You're not going to be around much longer."
Wow.
So,
That's a wake-up call.
short story, I stopped. I don't do that anymore.
At how old? What?
That was in 2017.
Yeah.
So I stopped totally doing that. No more high tech, just entertaining children ages 2 to 102. So daycare centers, to senior centers, corporate events, and I'm having the time of my life. I've never had
yeah.
this
much fun.
This much fun. Never had.
Yep.
It's so much fun.
Well, first of all, you're doing something you enjoy.
I
that's
love
that's the big thing, right? That's the whole thing.
And,
And you got me.
Yeah, you're hanging around with a dummy.
Yeah, I got you.
no, I have you.
No, I got you. They know.
Now, were you into Howdy Doody as a kid? Is that how this
I
started?
loved Howdy Doody. I loved all of the puppets on the Ed Sullivan Show. And
Yeah,
in fact,
a lot of people don't remember the Ed Sullivan Show. But if you were on Ed Sullivan Show, you made it.
you made it. And what I would watch is the puppets on Ed Sullivan. And there was a ventriloquist by the name of Edgar Bergen. And he had a a show called on NBC Radio in the 1930s and 40s. People would sit around the radio listening to Edgar Bergen, and the name of the show was The Charlie McCarthy Show.
Right.
And when I perform at senior centers now, I bring out my Charlie McCarthy replica puppet.
That's not me.
No, it's not you.
No.
It's not me.
Oh, you're Jerry.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah.
Now you're going to do a little skit for us, right?
I am.
What's it going to be
Well,
about?
we
What
have
is it?
a song that we wrote in honor of our
You and the
third
dummy?
anniversary. Well, actually, he wrote it.
Oh, he wrote
But and it's called. Well, the lyrics are, "We're on the Bob Show, and we say thank you. We're on the Bob Show, and we say thank you." It's not real complicated lyrics.
Cause you can't sing. You can't sing. You went to Berkeley and you can't sing.
Right, but Jerry.
I wanna do a song.
All right, Jerry, you ready to perform?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna go to a quick break, and we'll be right back
Okay, thank you.
with Kevin and Jerry. We'll be right back. Well, folks, here's Kevin and Jerry Driscoll.
Yeah, I want to sing a song. Start the music.
Well, I'm going to have to ask Suri.
Oh, okay.
Hey Suri, play Show Tunes 1.
Show Tunes 1 now playing.
She gonna do it? Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good, I guess. Okay, you know the words?
I know the words.
Okay, so do I.
Okay, you want to start it again?
Yeah, okay. Paul Revere.
All right, Paul Revere. Okay, go ahead. Ready? Go ahead.
Paul Revere and Paul Revere.
We're Paul Revere and friends.
Hope you like this little song, cause this not very long. Yeah, I like that a lot, yeah. Now I want to sing the song about Bob.
You want to sing the song about Bob?
Yes, I do.
Because it's our 10-year anniversary?
Yeah, we were here 10 years ago, yeah. Okay, I want to sing the song.
You want to sing the song?
Yes, I do. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, everyone. We're on the Bob Show and we all want to thank you. We are all on the Bob Show and we say thank you.